Hi everybody, it's Katie back with another episode of my vlog, and I'm outside because today I want to talk about trees. Trees in general and one tree in particular. I love trees. Do you guys love trees? I was so thrilled when we found this property to move on to because it has so many trees and so many really big trees, like this big old elm tree that's behind me. Wow, look how big that tree is. And I was so excited. The place that we lived before here, there's some more trees behind me in our yard. Wow, it's like a forest. The place that we moved out of before we came here, when we first moved into that place, there were no trees at all. It was like a completely empty yard. And we planted several fruit trees and got them established, but then wound up moving away before they were like really big trees. And one of the reasons why I loved this property so much when we found it is there were 5 huge trees on the property when we first moved in. Unfortunately, 3 of those trees have since been taken out. One was rotten and had to go, and 2 others got, in the way of the construction of actually the buildings that are right behind me over our fence. So we lost those ones. So we still have 2 huge trees in our yard, 2 huge elm trees, the one I just showed you and the one I'm about to show you, which is one of my favorites, but unfortunately, you guessed it, it's got to go also. So let's meet my elm tree and say goodbye. All right, there it is. One of the biggest elm trees I have ever seen in my life. That whole thing that I'm capturing in the video right now is its crown. You can see it has put its branches out sideways. It didn't just grow up, it grew out. And it is a monster of a tree at this point. It is just humongous and it's just gorgeous. And I love it. But it's full of rot. And those great big sideways branches are growing right over the fence into my neighbor's yard. One of them is going over the house that's directly, you can't see the house because of the tree, but I'll show it to you from the other side. We're gonna go check this tree out from the street side. And it's growing up against that neighbor's house right there. And I'd been nervous about this tree for a while. And I was thinking it had to be pruned or cabled together because of the way it splits at the bottom like that, or somehow dealt with. And we had arborists come in here in the last 2 days. We actually had 3 different professional certified arborists come in, and all 3 of them took one look at that tree and made sounds like, "Ooh boy," and said, "That has got to go." And there's apparently no saving it. There could be like some very expensive work done to try and save it, but it's just going to have to come out in a couple of years anyhow. So we're going to try to make our peace now and have the tree taken out this year. But it's so big and it's so right in the middle of our yard in a really inaccessible spot. It is going to cost $6,000 to remove this tree from our yard. So I'm having like a little bit of sticker shock at the same time as I am mourning the future loss of this tree. I'm also excited to have it taken out. I'll be honest, the way that the branch hangs over my neighbor's house makes me feel very nervous. Let's see if I can capture that from kind of a side angle here. And our homeowner's insurance won't cover it because it's so dangerous. There you can see the part of the tree that is growing right over my neighbor's yard and house. So, like I said, I'm trying to kind of get real about it and make my peace and get used to the idea that we have to get rid of this beautiful tree that I love, and that I'm gonna have to pay $6,000 to get rid of a beautiful tree that I love. It like feels like a real like double punishment. But sometimes life throws stuff like this your way. So Elm Tree, love you. I'm real sorry to see you go. It's gonna make our yard so sunny. Look at the ground here. This is the shadow of that tree midday. Oh my God, we are gonna have the sunniest yard. It's gonna get hot back here. It's okay though, things change, other things happen. So we're gonna say goodbye to this guy and figure out where the funk we're getting $6,000 from to take him out. I'm gonna wrap this segment up and go bop on a dog walk and show you guys what this thing looks like from outside the yard. So here it is from not in our yard. Those two giant elm trees that you can see the crowns of are in our yard, but we're walking the dog. We're on the street. Oh, hi, James.
Hi.
But I wanted to give you guys an idea of just how humongous that tree actually is. I think it's the biggest tree on the block. So yeah, sad that it's got to go. Making my peace with it, but you know, oh, here, we'll come around my neighbor's house and that entire crown that you see right there is all the elm tree in our yard. So
it's like I have to crash through the neighbor's wall.
Yeah, that's why it's got to go. Love you, tree, but gotta go. All right, guys, thanks for listening to my tree sob story. I haven't actually cried, but I'll admit it, I probably will. But there's the remaining elm tree, and we have been told by the arborists that that one is totally healthy. It just needs a heck of a haircut. So they're gonna do that at the same time. So there's my tree sob story. I'm gonna sign off there. Thank you so much for watching as usual, and I will be back in a few more days with the Cinema Club Sunday Roundup. All right, you guys, take care.